Here we go!
Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy Nice1983 with a brand new unboxing video, and today we have something special, a little retro game treat. Today we have the Pop 8-bit Dig Dug. So Funko Pop is releasing a bunch of 8-bit characters. So they've released in this style a Shredder, a Batman, and of course Dig Dug, and this is all for their fall convention exclusive line. So if you guys know, New York Comic Con was last weekend, and they're really trying to capitalize on this. As Funko is probably the best company at capitalizing on convention exclusives. So I think they really did a good job here, getting a very retro game that a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for. Dig Dug is a great game, and I know it's not a Nintendo franchise, but Dig Dug is a game that has shown up on multiple Nintendo consoles, so I figured we'd get Dig Dug some love here. And besides, Dig Dug is one of my fiance's favorite video games of all time. She loves it so much, so I picked this up for her. She was kind enough to let me do the unboxing, so I definitely wanted to do this video for her. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. You got a standard Funko Pop style box, very much in line with like the Pixel Pals box. So if you're a Pixel Pal collector as well, I love the fact that there's some kind of a continuity here with the box styles. Anyway, up on the left hand corner of the box you have the Pop 8-bit. Over to the center of the box you have the Dig Dug logo. Then you have over on the right corner of the box you have the number 3, indicating that this is the third 8-bit Pop that they've done. Moving on down, you have the window display where you can see the 8-bit Dig Dug. Over to the left of that, you have the image of the 8-bit Dig Dug. Then under that, you have that sticker, that Funko Fall Convention exclusive. Then you have the Dig Dug done in an 8-bit graphic style, the words at least. Then it tells you it's a vinyl figure. So there's not a whole lot going on with this box, but it does look pretty cool. And I was really happy to pick this up at GameStop because I knew my fiance would love it, and she really did. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other side of the box now. So there's not a whole lot going on this side of the box. You just have the Pop 8-bit logo. You get a better look at Dig Dug himself, a more accurate look at how you would see the character in game. Under that, you have the top of his head. Then you have the Dig Dug on the side of the box, and again the number 3, indicating that this is the third figure in the 8-bit Pop line. So here's the back of the box, and there's very little going on here. You have this great image of some gameplay from the original Dig Dug, which, man, that just brings back memories of arcades for me as a kid, and laundromats of all places. You have the picture of the Pop again. You have the Dig Dug logo. You have the number 3, the Pop 8-bit logo again, and then the bottom right corner of the box it says Funko. And these look really cool, and I'm hoping that the other characters we see on the back of the box are also going to get figures of their own, because it would be really nice to have a couple of villains to go with this Dig Dug. They look great, and I would like to see how they transition them into 3D character models. I assume they're going to look very similar to the way they do in the movie Pixels. You do see the dragon enemies in the Pixels film with Adam Sandler. I know a lot of people don't think it's a great movie, but I actually love that movie, so hate on me all you want. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the last side of the box now. Alright, guys, we've got Dig Dug out of the box. Now take a look at this. It's really hard to tell that this is Dig Dug when you're looking at it head on. It kind of looks like a digitized Smurf a little bit, holding a spear. But you know what? I like it. And honestly, this is very reminiscent of the 8-bit Super Mario 30th Anniversary Amiibo. They did a really good job of recreating this 8-bit style that really captures what that 8-bit Amiibo was doing as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Funko was directly trying to copy that style when it came to making Dig Dug. I love it. I mean, and this figure is solid. It is one of the heaviest Funko Pops I have ever touched that isn't in the larger scale, the 6-inch scale. This is a standard, I think, 4-inch scale Funko Pop, but it is heavy, and it is well built, and I'm really liking this. And like I said, I'm just really getting that 8-bit 30th anniversary Mario amiibo vibe, and the same goes for the 8-bit Zelda. I'm getting that vibe from Dig Dug here. Alright, looking at the side of Dig Dug, now from this angle, it looks like Dig Dug to me. And I love that, very much like the 30th anniversary 8-bit Mario amiibo. It didn't really look a lot like Mario when you were looking at it, face on, but when you turn that thing over to the side, it really does look like a 3D pixelated Super Mario, and this Dig Dug captures that exact same feeling. I love this. Funko needs to do more figures like this, and they need to get some more licenses so they can do more figures like this. I'm not saying you have to get the Nintendo licenses, because that would be pretty hard since Jakks Pacific has, the Master Toy license, but you could definitely get some like characters from the Final Fantasy series, Sonic the Hedgehog. You could get a few of these other licensees so that you can make some more awesome 8-bit style figures. Now, I know you guys did a Shredder and you did a Batman in the 8-bit style, but that's not my bag, man. I don't like when you put characters in a style that they had no business being in. I have the same issue with the Pixel Pal line. They've expanded that line in some weird ways, like with, again, Batman and now Ren and Stimpy, and they also have Ninja Turtles, but I'm not digging that art style for these characters because they just don't belong in that art style. They have 16-bit styles that PDP and Funko aren't utilizing. But that's neither here nor there. Let's keep playing with the Dig Dug here. This just looks fantastic to me. I love the detail, especially on the spear. I love how like the spear is this nice, perfect little pyramid, and they really got this down pat. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure from the back. Alright, here is the back of the Dig Dug Pop, and I think they did a really good job right here. I mean, take a look at it. I mean, there's not a whole lot of detail here, but you do get to see the pixelation done extraordinarily well. Love the way this figure looks from almost every angle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last side. Okay, so here it is, the left side of Dig Dug, and not a whole lot going on here, but it still looks fantastic, and you can see the spear, you see the head. Just love this figure. But now it's time to move into comparison time. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Now take a look at what's on the table. We have all of the Pac-Man Funko Pops standing with the 8-bit Dig Dug, and you see the difference in their styles. Like the Pac-Man Pops really take like the character art that you see on like the sides of the cabinet and try to recreate that, whereas the 8-bit Dig Dug is really just trying to capture the essence of what you see in the game itself. But very cool to see Funko taking all these retro video game characters and showing them a crap ton of love. The only thing that kind of bothers me is how different the Dig Dug is. It really kind of stands out a lot from the Pac-Man ones. Granted, they are different games, but it kind of breaks up some of like the cohesiveness of the Funko Pops. And I want to shout out my girl again because these are all her Pac-Man Funko Pops. She really likes like these classic retro video games. Those are the games she has the fondest memories of. So I'm really happy I'm able to showcase the things that she likes here on the channel. Anyway guys, let's go ahead and just show off how she wanted to display these figures real quick. Alright guys, so I wanted to do just a little bit more of comparison time because I really wanted to compare what Funko was doing with their pixelated figure line versus what PDP has been doing with Pixel Pals, and you guys can tell me which style is better suited for, these classic retro characters. These figures are both done in like retro art styles, but they're done in a different way, whereas, Funko decided to embrace like the 3D aspect of it. PDP decided that they would rather stick with more of the 2D art style and, pixelate it in a 2D way and then give it some light so that these characters have some additional functionality to them. What do you prefer? Because looking at these two companies doing something very similar, personally I'm leaning towards the Pixel Pal, but let me know what you guys think, because this is a very interesting debate. Which company is doing it better, Funko or PDP? Especially since PDP really tried to copy the ferocity that Funko has as far as the figures that they're making, and they even copied the style of box, so to speak. So anyway, guys, hit me up. Let me know your thoughts. Alright guys, it is score time, my favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. Starting with the appearance, I think that this Dig Dug Funko Pop looks really good. It really captures what it means to take a 2D model and translate it into the third dimension, and I think they did a good job of capturing that. But at the same time, Dig Dug was kind of a hard character to do this with, simply because even in his 2D art style, you're kind of seeing him from an angle, not really from the side profile. You're seeing him kind of turn like to a 45-degree angle. It's a weird perspective for the character, and I think that was a really hard thing for them to capture in a 3D art style. But that being said, I think they did a good job, so I'm going to give them an 8.5 for its appearance. As far as its pixel to plastic translation, again, that's where I think it falls a little short. It doesn't look exactly like Dig Dug from the game. I think the 8-bit Mario amiibo did a far better job of capturing the essence of the 2D pixelated Mario with their 8-bit amiibo, simply because Mario is already shown from a completely side profile and Dig Dug is not. That's the difference. And if you look at the Legend of Zelda 30th Anniversary amiibo, they did an even better job there, because it looks like Link from the front profile when he's standing like staring at the screen, or from the side profile. So Nintendo did it a little bit better. So as far as the pixel to plastic translation is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to give it an 8.5. So guys, its final score is an 8.5 out of 10. It gets our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality. They did a phenomenal job of taking a character like Dig Dug and putting him in a 3D art style. This gets our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality. But guys, that's going to be it for me. But before I let you go, gotta hit you up with the social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at nice1983. You can email me at nice1983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/NintendoPowerZone. If you're a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the video version of the show, you can catch us right here on YouTube, youtube.com/NintendoPowerZone. Guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Nintendo Power Zone Unboxing. Thanks for watching, and watch out for amiibo hunters on the prowl. Deuces.
Here we go!